Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Restaurant Show. I'm Orchid Pallmeyer and I'm going to be taking you through a fall festival of food this week. We're actually visiting with Trattoria Divina. He's going to be showing us some beautiful cheesecake, great for this time of year. And then we're going to head on over to Salty Dog right at the south end of the island and check out some of their fantastic shrimp bruschetta. And then we're going to finish up at Wise Guys and they're going to show us one of my personal favorites, shrimp and grits. So stay tuned, we've got a lot of great eating ahead. Hi everyone, welcome to the Restaurant Show, and I have the fantastic executive chef Hugo Lee from Trattoria Divina, and you are going to show off some great fall dessert that you have at the restaurant. Tell me what it is.
It's going to be banana foster cheesecake.
Okay.
With Bailey's sauce.
The Bailey's sauce, which
Bailey's
I love
sauce.
that. And we've already kind of started it here, and he's going to kind of go through on how you make it from the very beginning, and then of course we're going to have that beautiful finished cheesecake at the end. Okay. But okay, so what do we already have going right there?
Okay, we got some cream cheese and sugar. So you got 4.5 pounds of cream cheese.
And you're just going to use the regular 8-ounce package that you could get at the grocery store. Okay, great.
With 2 cups of sugar.
2 cups of sugar. Okay, fantastic.
That will make 10-inch pie.
Okay, and you can either do, and now you have 2 different ways of doing it, which is great for entertaining. You either have a regular size 10-inch, or you're going to use these smaller, which you're going to show us how to do that in a little bit. Okay, so we have that, just incorporating the sugar.
You incorporate the sugar and make it, you whip it until it gets nice and fluffy.
Okay, cool.
And you get crumbs on it.
So we're going to let that keep going, okay.
And then the second step is that you put the vanilla Oreo cookie.
I love it. So what do? You crush these up?
You crush this on a blender
and
put a little bit of butter.
Oh, and then that's going to make that crust. What? And then obviously you can do it with the chocolate ones too.
You can do it with the chocolate.
Yeah, but this, the flavor lends itself to the bananas. Okay,
bananas
great. I love it. And you don't, did you take all the cream out of it or just put it all together?
No, just all together.
I would like eat them all. And then,
and then
that wouldn't be very clean.
Oh, believe me, you know, kitchen guys always do that.
All right, so here, now you didn't butter this because it's a non-stick?
It's a non-stick pan.
Okay.
But you use kind of these containers, you use butter, and you
do you want me to do those while you're doing the other ones? And I can just do, you want to do a few? And what are we going to do? We're going to press the crust into here?
Press the crust into the pan.
So this is going to be, so you're just going to show us 2 different ways to make it.
2 different ways to make it.
Perfect.
You know?
Okay, cool.
So you just got a little bit of butter on them.
All right.
And you just put the cookie.
I love crust on it. I think the cheesecake, the creaminess, and then that crunchy, and oh, it's so good. It's such a great combination.
So whenever you got the crust on the bottom, you bake it for 5 minutes.
Okay, so we're gonna bake it a little bit while this is creamy. Okay, great.
Creamy.
So you would just put it in for 5 minutes, and that way it'll kind of get a little bit of a crunch to it.
A little bit brown and crunchy.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So this is what we have here. All right.
So when you got all this stuff and this is whipped, you just transfer it to the container.
Gotcha.
And you bake it.
Okay.
For an hour and 20
Now, what
minutes.
are we adding it to? We're still adding vanilla to it? Okay.
You add vanilla bean.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's, so what are our end product? Do we want to wait till that's done?
Yeah,
okay, perfect. But tell me what's going on at the restaurant now?
Well, you know, right now we got this prefix menu.
Yes.
Which is $29.95 for 4 different courses.
Great. I think we're going to show that on the screen so you guys can check it out. So you get how many courses for $29?
4 courses.
Oh, that's fantastic. And dessert being one of them?
And dessert one of them.
Do I get to pick one of them?
Yeah. Well, we got 3 different desserts. We got 7 different entries.
Right.
Soup, salad, appetizers.
So you get everything. And now is that something that we have to call in advance to, because I know you guys get a lot of reservations. If we don't have a reservation, is it still okay to just come on in?
Yeah, you guys can walk in. And,
perfect.
You know, we're taking what kind of person,
love it. So. Okay, so how are we doing here on the creamy?
This one's going to take a little longer.
And now you're going to do that on a high whip?
Yeah, a high whip so it can whip, you know.
Now, would you suggest that the cream cheese is at room temperature when you do this?
It's better, you know, because
it'll be a lot softer, it'll whip a lot faster. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead. So
what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make it that way.
Perfect. You want to just do a little one?
Yeah.
And then we can show them what it's going to come out to. Perfect.
So,
okay, yeah, perfect. So much easier.
It's easier to do it, you know?
Yes.
Of course, you know.
Our studio isn't exactly.
Yeah, it's not a kitchen, so.
And now, how long would you bake this for? I'm going to kind of move this over so you can show us.
You get a 10 inches pipe, it's about an hour.
An hour, so you really have to do this in advance. You don't. It's not something that you can whip together right before, because you want it to be able to cool properly also, right?
If you get this one, it takes about half an hour.
Gotcha, for the smaller ones, because you don't want it to overcook. Okay, so this is what we would have, smooth it out, and then we would be able to put this in the oven, just on a regular, sheet pan. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's plate that one. So this is what it comes out like, right?
Yeah, that's the way it's going to come out. Let me get the banana sauce.
The sauce. And now, what does that consist of? It looks delicious.
This is a Baileys with vanilla, liquor, sugar, and heavy cream.
And heavy cream. So it's just basically whipped, but you don't want it, it's not like whipped like whipped cream.
No.
Right, perfect. Love it.
So, this is what we do with the cheesecake.
And now you just pop that right out of there.
Yes.
Perfect. I love it. All right,
because we buttered it, you know.
Yeah, buttered it. So let me move this out of the way. All right.
So after you got these ones, we brulee the bananas.
Ah, you're gonna bring flame? Fantastic.
Yes.
All right.
So,
and how are you cutting that? Can you tell them what that's called when you cut it like that? Because it always makes it look so much nicer. The bias.
The bias.
Yeah, I think it looks great. And you're gonna put fire to that. Yeah, perfect.
We call them brulee, you know.
Brulee.
Want to put sugar and
that's what this is for.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to dip those?
No, we just get a little sprinkle on top.
So easy, and what a nice little touch to do to really any dessert. I mean, it just really gives it that nice touch.
Who doesn't love sugar?
Who doesn't love sugar? Exactly.
Sugar, you know? So we got a little torch.
Oh, I love it.
We just caramelize it.
Now, obviously, this is something, that's okay. Now, obviously, this is something that they sell little torches at the stores that you can get and you can put on there. Yeah, I love it.
It will be easier, you know. So
sure.
This is what you got.
Love it. And you put that, now I know you have a finished one up there.
We got a finished one
yes,
here.
Of course, in TV land.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, that looks delicious. I love it. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now we only have a few more seconds. Okay. Now, what events do you have coming up? I know you have a big competition coming up.
Yes, I'm participating on the Iron Chef on
I love
Bluffton,
it. So. In Bluffton? Okay, and that's coming up this weekend. So make sure you check him out. He's going to be showing off his skills out there. And it's Saturday the 19th.
Saturday the 19th.
And it's early though. You have like rounds of competition that you go through with the other chefs. They better watch out. They're in big trouble, I think.
No, believe me. I'm in trouble.
But I'm very excited to see you out there. And please check them out over there in Park Plaza. It is Trattoria Divina. And Hugo Lee and his staff is fantastic, and they'll take great care of you. Thank you so much, Chef, for coming on in. I'm going to dip into that in a second.
Go ahead.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
No problem.
Thank you so much, Chef Lee. I love that cheesecake, and Bananas Foster, delicious with that nice caramelized crunch. Thanks for sharing it with us. And up next, we have the Salty Dog, Herb Britton, the executive chef. He's going to show us how to make some beautiful shrimp and crab bruschetta pasta. We're back, and we have Chef Herb Britton from the Salty Dog, and it's fall time, so we're going to be doing a lot of fun things here. And this is something that's light but hearty. I like it.
Exactly.
It is and I'm going to hopefully I'll say it right, Chef. It is a shrimp and crab bruschetta pasta. Is that correct?
Well, I think anywhere out of Italy, you have your own version.
Someone's like cringing right now. They're like, what did she say? Bruschetta. Okay, so but tell us first what bruschetta is. What are the ingredients here that make it bruschetta? Because we know what shrimp is, we know what crab is, but what is it that makes it bruschetta?
Exactly. So, I mean, most people see it on French toast points.
Yes,
with
absolutely.
a mixture of tomato, garlic, basil, and olive oil and Parmesan cheese. Basically, that's the basic mixture right there, plus the Parmesan. And on toast points, you see it as an appetizer a lot of times.
I've even shown our kids how to make it. Just it's simple, it's easy, it's light. Yeah. But you're going to incorporate this.
So yeah, I thought about that and kind of putting a twist on it and making it with a pasta dish.
I love it. And where do you serve this at? Which are the restaurants? Because you have quite a few down there.
Yep. This is on the Wreck of the Salty Dogs menu. This is actually part of our prefix menu.
Okay, great. Yeah, absolutely.
And this one really took off very well too.
Yeah.
Stayed on the menu.
Stayed on it. So, and again, the prefix menu, and we're getting that pan nice and hot, because again, you don't want it. So you want everything. If you're going to cook it, We want to hear that sizzle, right?
Exactly. Like it's doing something.
Like it's doing something.
I'm going to just get the olive oil going a little
great.
bit.
Now, tell us again what comes with the prefix menu and what time do you serve it at?
Well, we serve from Tuesday to Saturday.
Okay.
From 4 till 9.
Okay.
$19.99. You get a choice of a soup or salad.
Okay. Is your she crab soup on there?
Yep, she crab and our shrimp gumbo.
So good. Oh.
And then a house or Caesar salad.
Yeah.
And then we have a list of 5 entrees.
Okay. This being one of them.
Yep. And then you get to have the horrible choice of the key lime pie, the peanut butter pie, or the Bailey's.
I mean, I hate it. Creme brulee.
So,
talk to me. I mean,
I consult people during that
I might have to say,
making.
would someone like my dessert? Yeah, right. Can I would be like the one eating off everyone's. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we're starting with the olive oil, and we're going to go ahead and cook up the shrimp here.
Yep, we're going to throw the shrimp in there first.
Those are nice shrimp.
Yeah, these are 2630s.
Yeah.
Peeled and deveined.
Peeled and deveined. You can do this at, obviously, this is something that you could try to do at home. At least if you know how to make the bruschetta, try to incorporate it in. But when you're going to the store, try to get 2630s.
Right.
Would a smaller size be okay?
A smaller size, you just get more shrimp. So,
okay, here we go. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And this would work with really anything. I've done it with diced chicken.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've done pork.
Yeah.
Scallops.
Yeah.
Add a couple things, even if you had fish in little pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
I love the idea of
versatile.
chicken because then you could do that for your kids too.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, that's a nice thing to do. And I know you always give some great tips for if you want to try these dishes at home. But of course, for $19.99, you could go out to eat for dinner. And these guys can cook it perfectly for you, and you don't even have to wash dishes.
Yeah, you can't.
No, you can't complain there. Not for $19.99, that's for sure. Now, do you have a regular menu too at the same time?
Yep, the full regular menu plus this prefix menu.
Plus the prefix. Okay. So in case someone doesn't want some, or they want something that their heart's set on at the restaurant, they can get that. Okay.
Right. And between that, we offer a lot of wines by the bottle for really good prices too.
Absolutely.
Just to kind of stir up a little bit of excitement.
And Wednesday's
lobster night.
Lobster night, which that's a whole other show. But Wednesday is lobster night. So, all right. So now we're gonna.
I've got diced Roma tomatoes.
Romas. I love using Romas.
I do too.
I just like because they're not as seedy inside. They're not as meaty inside. I like Romas. I like working with them.
I'm totally with you on that.
That looks great. And look at all the color.
And I don't want to get the tomatoes mushy or anything. I don't want to cook them too much, but I just want to put a little bit of heat on them.
Of course.
And
you want a little bit firm.
Along that, I got the chopped garlic. Love garlic.
Yeah, that was good. That was probably about maybe a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half or so.
Yep.
Depending on how much you want in there.
Really fast, a really fast meal to put together, especially if you pre-cook the pasta.
Yes, yeah. With the pasta, this is a penne,
that's
right?
a penne.
Okay. Some people don't know, when they're like cavatappi, penne. I mean, there's a lot of different pastas, so I like that. I like that because I feel like it gets whatever juices and flavors are in there.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Definitely does. I'm a big fan of that as well.
Okay.
And so
show us a little trick here because we were just talking about this earlier. You have your fresh basil. How are you keeping that?
Yep, I took out, I just got a little paper towel, a little cold water just to dampen it and squeeze it out so it's not drenched. And I'll just lay the herbs flat in there, and it keeps them hydrated, keeps them crisp.
I like that. And you would keep it like that in the refrigerator.
Exactly, so, like that in a Ziploc bag. You could leave it in there for a couple days.
Oh, I like that. Then that's a great tip because a lot of times you might buy you don't need as much because sometimes you don't need as much of the fresh herb. And then you have this left over and you don't know what to do with it or you don't hold it right.
Right.
And you just paid like $3.99, $4.99 for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so now what are you doing now? What's the...
Now, I guess the technical term is a chiffonade.
A chiffonade, okay.
But it's when you put them all in the same kind of layers.
Right.
And just go across them.
Ah, okay, good deal. Nice knife work, Chef.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so we're putting that into it. As we're mixing this up and putting it together, you do have some events coming up. And actually Halloween's will be coming up. And you have a big festival that goes on during Halloween.
We do a haunted barbecue.
How fun.
So we have a little fun with all the names and such.
Yeah.
And then we do a costume contest. Dave Kimberly will be singing down there.
Great. And this is something that... it's not going to affect your soccer game. It's not going to affect any of the events or football that you have going on Saturday afternoon. This is a late afternoon, early evening, great for the whole family. Maybe a great way even to wind down from all of the events that you might have had on Friday and Saturday. So,
right, exactly.
Great to bring it. Now we're adding crab.
Yep, this is crab. You could use, we're using a special lump.
Okay, great. Good, good.
And I'm just going to add a little bit more olive oil just to get a little bit more moist in there.
We're going to plate that baby up. And remember, you guys, check out the rec down there at Sea Pines in the South Beach area. They got a lot of great events. Check their website out for any of their upcoming events, especially the oyster roast and, of course, the Halloween events coming up soon. And Chef Herb and his team will put together a great dish for you. All right. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks, Chef Herb. I love that bruschetta pasta. I love bruschetta, period, but you definitely put a great spin on it. And up next, we have Greg Tucker from Wise Guys, and he's going to show us shrimp and grits, Wise Guy style. Hi everyone, welcome to the Restaurant Show, and I have the fantastic executive chef Greg Tucker from Wise Guys, and you haven't been on in a while. We had Cheetah on last time, talking drinks and cocktails, crafting cocktails with them. But today you are going to show us actually one of my favorites, shrimp and grits.
Yes.
All right, so we're already getting everything's heated up. So let's go ahead and start. But now these are one of the things on your entrees menu, right? Not just tapas.
Right.
But your beautiful entree. And I know you're rolling out some new menus soon.
Yeah, we actually just started our new menu this week.
Oh, fantastic.
So we still have a lot of the old favorites. Like this is one of our signature entrees.
Yes,
that
I love it.
It's, it's just a beautiful dish.
Yes.
But then we have some of our newer stuff, a couple new small plates, new entrees,
some of those new
steaks,
creations, very exciting.
Some of the new stuff. So yeah, it's pretty fun. It's been a good week. So
good.
We'll just keep going from there.
All right, so let's go ahead. How do we get the shrimp and grits started?
First things first, I have my grits. I already had these cooked off before.
Okay.
And that's something you can do is, you make one big batch and then just bring it back to life.
And then you're going to show us how to do this.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will do that. I just take some regular whole butter.
Okay. Do you like using salted or unsalted?
I prefer unsalted.
Okay.
Just because I can control how much of the actual seasoning goes into it. If I use the salted, I don't know.
And a lot of people do suggest that when you're cooking with it, right, is using unsalted so you can control it.
Like in my own house, I keep both.
Right.
Because I want the salted on my toast.
I like that, right?
But I want to cook with the unsalted.
Okay.
Because there's that control thing.
Good deal. And now these are just some creamy
yeah, these are
grits.
Creamy smoked Gouda grits.
Oh my gosh!
We use a coarse ground. It's yellow, and it's larger pieces of grits, so you don't get that smooth texture that a lot of people are kind of
You're gonna get a little
off
grit
about. Yeah,
to it.
You get an actual grit to this, and we finish it with cream, butter, smoked Gouda.
But here you're just bringing it back to life.
Now, is just bringing it back to life. So I'm gonna spread it out in my pan.
Just
With the
like
butter.
that. Oh my.
And just slowly bring that back up.
I mean, if you need me to just taste it, make sure it's okay. I can do that.
Oh,
I could just eat all those grits and I'd be done.
I eat those cold.
I know.
I have no problem with
it.
I just love them.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the good stuff.
So in my other pan, while I've got the grits heating up, I'm going to start getting my garnishes together.
Perfect.
In here, I've got some roasted mushrooms and andouille sausage.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to keep this all on one side of the pan.
Okay. So the mushrooms and the mushrooms have already been kind of sautéed off already.
Yeah, I roast those in the oven just to make it go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Cook a lot of the excess moisture out of it.
I love it. Oh, that's good stuff. And this is, shrimp and grits are very versatile. You can put all kinds of stuff in it, but this is what makes your signature, obviously.
Yeah, this is just how we do it at Wise Guys for our way of doing it. I got some grape tomatoes that I've got split. Those are going to go right after that.
Too.
Oh, yep, definitely.
And now, why are you separating it? Why are you doing different sections of the pan?
Realistically, a lot of it's because they just kind of cook at different speeds.
Okay.
So I'm going to start them apart, and then as they're getting to where I need them, then I'm going to start putting them back together.
I love it.
And then in this far side of the pan, I'm going to start getting the shrimp cooked.
So you're going to
put a little
everything
oil down.
Yeah. And all those flavors are just going to stay right there in that pan. You don't lose anything.
Then everything goes together that way,
Yeah. And what kind of now these are obviously already peeled and deveined, guys.
Correct.
Or if you're at the store, it would say PD.
Yeah, it'll say
something like that.
P&D.
P&D is
and
what that means.
Stands for peeled and deveined.
Gotcha. So you don't have to do any of the dirty work.
Exactly.
But some people don't want to do that, or they don't know how to.
Yeah. And it's, it's not always the easiest thing in the world.
And time consuming sometimes.
Definitely. Little salt and pepper just on the shrimp itself.
Got it. And this is just a good old salt and pepper mix. Do you keep that pretty much next to the stove?
Yeah.
Whether at your home or even at the restaurant? Same here.
A blend like that I have my preferred proportion.
Right.
Of the pepper to the salt.
Right.
And I'll keep that around me, but I'll also still have my separates because some some recipes you need more of this, less of that.
I also like to do this at home and add like maybe a little garlic into it, just for like a seasoning at your house. To keep on hand all the time.
And you can do even a little paprika in it.
Oh yeah, for a little color. Yeah, absolutely.
A little color, a little smokiness.
Yes.
All right, so now that I've got some of that stuff kind of where I'm at, I'm gonna push that all together, and that's just gonna keep heating up as it goes. Then I've got this baby spinach.
Beautiful.
And that's gonna go right into that last little part there.
And that's gonna go quickly.
Yeah.
That's gonna.
And you need a lot more than you think you do.
Yes.
Always need a lot more than you think you do, because
totally
it will shrink up a lot.
So that's perfect. So everything is in that one pan.
Yep.
And of course, I know we were talking about it earlier. And if you're doing this at home, definitely do that. And I asked Greg, why do you like to do that if you're at home?
Yeah, for
and
me,
why?
there's two reasons. One is definitely from a flavor standpoint, because I'm going to get all of those flavors cooking together all in the same pan. And then the other half of it is, I don't like doing dishes.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Like at the restaurant, you can give it to somebody to do. You got to do them now yourself.
Exactly. When I'm at home, I don't have an hourly employee that I can just hand it off to.
Right.
So when I'm doing it at home, I'll try to do as much stuff in one pan as I can, make it easier on myself.
Your time is
if
precious.
If at all possible.
Exactly. Now, as we're letting this finish off, because I know we're starting to run out of time. Now, this is part of your entrees in that beautiful dining room that you guys have. I think some people don't even know about it because it's actually in the back part of the restaurant.
Correct.
So you want to be able to check that out. And you do early dining from what time now?
That starts at 5 o'clock when we open, and that goes all the way until 5:45 when we close.
Perfect.
Or when that finishes out.
And it's easy.
Oh,
if you come in by 5:45, you got to be seated. Just order whatever you want. Right? Yeah. Basically, there's no certain menu. Order whatever you want, and you get 25% off. Is that right?
That's the whole bill. That's our deal. Is the entire check is 25% off.
You don't have to order a specific thing. You don't have to pick from this or this. Just pick what you want.
Right.
And that's what's great about Wise Guys. Just pick what you want to eat, drink what you want to drink, and then you can get a beautiful entree like this, a beautiful dinner. Have a nice wine. What wine would you suggest?
Because of what's coming with this, you can go red or white.
Perfect.
I personally prefer a drier white.
Okay, I would like a white too, I think, with it, especially being so warm out.
Yeah.
And then what's this sauce that you're putting?
And this sauce right here is a Creole mustard beurre blanc. So that's a butter sauce.
Yeah, I love it.
That we just fold some Creole mustard into it. And the Creole mustard, what makes it that way is just, there's some wine mixed in with the mustard when they actually make it.
All right, well, let's plate that up and check that out.
Now we're getting this plated up. Get a lot of good colors, and I'm just going to stack this right on top of the grits themselves, so you get all of it together.
I love it.
All the juices.
Thank you so much, Chef, for coming on and sharing this gorgeous signature dish over there at Wise Guys. Check them out. Reservations, they do take them.
Oh yeah.
And they're suggested Labor Day weekend coming up, but definitely check them out. Check out their early dining, and of course, their happy hour too, and their beautiful drinks that they have. Thank you.
Thank you.
And be sure to ask for them. Thank you, guys. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you so much, y'all, for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the cornucopia of delicious fall flavors that all the restaurants in this area are starting to offer. I love it. Anywhere from the beautiful bananas Foster's cheesecake over there at Trattoria Divina to the shrimp and crab bruschetta at Salty Dog and all the great events that they have coming up. And of course, Wise Guys. That shrimp and grits is fantastic. And remember, they have a great happy hour. So remember, always have fun your way to the list.